Hey everybody, welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we passed like this Hell Knight test on the Hell Knight outpost, Regel's side quest. We got Sonton Vane as our zombie war priest, and yeah, we're gonna go recruit Delamere into our party now. Go back to Dresden to do that, and yeah, we'll just have a good rest, see how things go. And also some decrees are popping out. All right, here we go. Is that a skeleton merchant? Oh no, Lathamus. An older man in dusty traveling clothes waves at you. His face is tan, but his gray eyes are bright. Commander, aren't you the commander? Well met. My name is Lathamus, the antiquarian. I study ancient relics. Perhaps you've heard of me, though if you haven't, it doesn't matter. Antiquarian, do you sell anything? Lathamus shrugs. Alas, I do not. They call me the antiquarian because of my love for ancient items. They might otherwise seem mundane and useless. If you understand the principles of archaeology, sometimes even a shard from an old oil lamp is enough to shine a light on the darkness of history. I've never heard of you. I don't chase glory. It's enough for me to know that I bring knowledge to the peoples of Glarian. Some have even used my discoveries to earn fame and fortune, but I remain a simple antiquarian. What do you want from me? I'm planning a rather dangerous expedition, and I will need the help of a strong, skilled warrior, not without recompense, of course. Oh, I found an ancient map leading to a certain cave system, a dragon burial ground, but it wasn't merely a place where old dragons came to die. I have a theory that once upon a time, a great battle took place in the caves, and many relics and artifacts were left behind. You're waging a long and difficult war. Help me uncover the secrets of the dragon burial ground, and I will give you all of my savings. Believe me, I've earned a lot during my years of travel. All I need is for someone to clear the way down in the caves. Who knows what sorts of demons inhabit that place now? Okay, sure. I'd like to know the details. Of course, and I'll answer any questions you may have. Why do you want me to get personally involved? You could just ask me to send an armed escort with you on this expedition. Lathamus looks around. Don't think I'm trying to disparage them, but they are ordinary soldiers after all. What if we discover treasure down below? Will they resist the allure of gold for the sake of science? Will they keep our expedition a secret, even if my competitors promise them huge sums of money? No, I'm sorry, but I'll only rely on someone who is trusted by the queen. Where did you get the map of the dragon burial ground? I bartered it from a ranger in exchange for an amulet. The ranger wasn't keen on going deeper into Worldwound, and I doubt he even understood how valuable this map might be for science. I dare say he made a poor bargain. Tell me more about your theory. I'm interested in dragon history from the days of Apsu and the creation of Dahak up to now, but dragons are reclusive creatures and they don't enjoy discussing their history with strangers. Sure, we have many historical conflicts involving dragons, but as far as large-scale battles between dragons, they prefer to keep quiet about those, and thus we historians remain in the dark. And then suddenly, I find a map that identifies this cave system and its surrounding area as a dragon burial ground. But mass burial sites are so uncharacteristic of their kind. Dragons are reclusive by nature, both in life and in death. I assume an ancient battlefield awaits us there. But who fought for whom, and for what cause? This is what we have to find out. Can you imagine? We could discover a brand new, hitherto unknown page of history. Okay. What do you hope to find in this burial ground? I seek evidence that a raging battle was fought there, and perhaps also evidence of the reasons for the conflict. Dragons would not gather together for such a large battle over some petty, inconsequential feud. Oh no, they must have had some serious reason, and that perhaps is the biggest mystery of all dragonkind. Alright, sure. I'll help you. Splendid. Lathamus smiles, but the smile doesn't reach his observant gray eyes. I shall immediately head to the cave entrance and await you there. I think I can handle this part of the journey, but as for the dangers that await below down there, I fear I know nothing about them. Alright, interesting. Dusk of Dragons. Captain Harmattan. Commander, permission to report. Captain Harmattan looks worried. The army's disposition is growing dangerous. More and more soldiers express distrust toward you and your mythical powers. They grumble in their lack of understanding of where you are leading them and what your plan is. What's worse, the wary have once again emerged among the officers. They are adding fuels to the fires of sedition, and we've already had cases of direct insubordination. You have to win back the trust of the soldiers forthwith, or else the army will be paralyzed. Some privates have already refused to march into battle. I suggest that we make our strategy clear by setting up a bulletin board. It could have a new statement with your name on it every week. Every 2 weeks, you could invite delegates from your soldiers to ask any questions you may have. Oh, okay. It feels like the soldiers are discouraged and dismayed. We should embolden them by reminding them that the crusade is more than just death and danger. There's a time of camaraderie and valor too. Maybe we could adorn the city with an inspiring monument or two, the kind that lifts your spirits when you walk by. Soldiers have the right to ask their generals questions, but they have no right to disobey orders simply because their curiosity isn't being satisfied. They are committing sabotage, and the penalty for sabotage is a court-martial. We'll build new taverns for our soldiers and pour them free beer on the commander's behalf. That's the easiest way to win their love. Oh no, this again. The wary again. I thought we took care of that problem. Not completely, apparently. The captain makes a helpless gesture. We haven't yet solved the main issue. Far too many officers still believe that the queen herself should be in charge of the crusade. No matter how many feats you've achieved, they still consider you an upstart. We'll have to do something about them soon, but the unrest among soldiers is the most pressing matter at hand. Perception 38. What do you think of the wary? They are your comrades in arms, after all. Yeah, I fail a perception check. I think of them as traitors, Commander. Harmattan replies quickly without a shadow of doubt. Well, interesting. A monument provides all. What is exactly that my soldiers find worrying? Your mythical powers, yes, they do secure us one victory after another, but even the most loyal troop raise questions from time to time. They wonder, what are you? Are you mortal like the rest of us? Or perhaps an emissary from other spheres? And if so, then which ones? Are you truly fighting for the Crusaders' cause? Or do you have your own ulterior motives? All of this paves the way for endless speculation. Let's discuss our options in further detail. As you command. Sela, what's your plan? I have doubts that explaining battle strategy will help our people in any way. They're fighting a brutal war, maybe perhaps the worst in Galarian history. They're exhausted and scared. If we want to help them, we have to give them courage. We are already making an effort, but I would also suggest adorning our fortresses with monuments, not grim ones, but something heroic or uplifting. That way, soldiers who are about to march out or have just marched in will be able to smile at them like old friends. I had a marble friend like that once. The recruits in our order believe that rubbing the hilt of his stone sword would bring you good luck. Dismissing mutinous talk as exhaustion and lack of support is fundamentally wrong. Those few with conscience serve well and true as it is, without question. However, those who can afford to doubt and ignore their orders are a step away from becoming deserters who will remain deaf to any pleas and arguments, and even more so to inspiring embellishments. Regil, what do you suggest? The insiders' bodies hanging from the gallows will answer any and all questions. Sedition must be extinguished swiftly and mercilessly. It's absurd even to consider convincing or appeasing the doubtful. That couldn't be more counterproductive. The sight of hanged bodies will absolutely stop the soldiers from asking questions, but it won't stop them from thinking them. For example, will they hang me next? Did I make a mistake by joining this army? Isn't it about time I made a run for it? Darren, your opinion, please. The centuries-old cure for grouches and complainers, alcohol and a little cheer. We'll build more taverns, supply them with strong beer, and treat the soldiers once or twice, courtesy of the treasury. They'll leave their doubts behind in the blink of an eye and proclaim you are the best and most beloved commander who ever lived. I'll be the first to agree that taverns are a good thing to have, but they're not enough to support the army's fighting spirit. If we don't give our soldiers something more than drinks, our taverns will just become places to drown their sorrows, to vent their frustrations through brawls. Captain Harmattan, what would you advise? If the soldiers don't understand you, then you must bridge the gap between you and them. Create means of direct communication, so to speak. We'll set up a bulletin board that will simply keep everyone informed of the situation on the front and the basics of our strategy. In addition, we'll set up times when once every 2 weeks, the soldiers can send delegates to you and ask any lingering questions. A general is under no obligation to report to their soldiers. They'll end up disputing your every word and second guessing your orders before you know it. In some exceptional cases, a general may seek counsel from experienced veterans, but turning your headquarters into a thoroughfare is the surest way to destroy your authority. A bulletin board. Pray, how many of our soldiers that can actually read? Maybe we should engrave this board with some obscene carvings, then it should be at least useful. Alright, thank you, everything's clear. So yeah, let's try Captain Harmattan. Give the order, set up a bulletin board, because the plus 3% and minus 3% to get back. I think that's the most, that makes sense to me. Alright, glad to be of service. I'll tell the soldiers to choose their own delegates. You have the text of your first address to our troops by your table today. Alright, cool. Talk to the soldiers more clearly? Sure, why not? Dorgalinda Stranglehold. Hail. Dorgalinda Stranglehold salutes you with her bad hand. Amidst this critical shortage of supplies, a number of soldiers who call themselves the Fellows of the Crusade have set up a black market in the army. They steal everything that's not nailed down, trade medicine for swords, and spell scrolls for tobacco and rations. Oh. They know better than to ask for anything from command, so they take care of themselves, and if someone's not happy with the trade, out come the knives. I don't know how to deal with it except by alleviating the shortage of essential supplies. We should press Mendev for more deliveries, and we need to sort out our storage, build some decent warehouses. Right now, it's a thief's paradise. An underground market, huh? What's so bad about that? Let them trade things, let's authorize it, then there won't be a black market, just a normal, legit market. If someone is in need of something, we are the ones who must provide it. We should ask the priests of many different gods. They have wealth and influence, maybe they can help. You thought I was joking when I said our soldiers would need our experience of surviving with the caves? Well, here we are. This is the day. Time to live off the land. I'll teach our fighters how to survive on barren rocks, and there won't be any need for a black market. Who are these fellows of the Crusades? Where they come from? Every army has people like them, crafty folk who are willing to survive at all costs. Keep in mind, these aren't brigands, otherwise they wouldn't have enlisted in the Crusader army. They want to free Galarian from the demons just as much as anyone, but the choice of methods is indiscriminate, to say the least. Not everyone joins Crusade out of the goodness of their heart. Some are hiding from Mendev's judgment, some here are for glory, some are dreaming of treasure and spoils. We've got repentant cutthroats, illegitimate children, adventurers, rogues of all kinds, and each one of them is poor and used to not be able to rely on those in power. In their experience, everyone who has some sort of influence is a greedy cheat, and only common folk can be honest. That's why they call themselves the Fellows of the Crusade. They're your fellow soldiers who are trying to make things fair in their own way, and others simply follow suit, whether they really believe them or they're just trying to make it as a jest, who knows. Why don't we deal with the root of the problem? We'll purge our ranks of the fellows of the crusade and put everything back in order, because they are not the root of the problem. When the army has everything they need, fellows just like any other soldiers, these fellows will be just like any other soldier. But when it's like this, empty warehouses, rotten gear, not enough food to eat, many may be forced off the straight and narrow. These are ordinary soldiers. They're not saints, that's true, but they're not hopeless reprobates either. But when you charge into battle every day, you learn to value your life, and you get used to the idea that you're the only one who's responsible for it. Your commander is not your mommy or daddy, and they're not going to appear on the battlefield and give you a potion to save you from a curse or die for you if you don't have one in your bag. So they make do. Actually, Woljif, how did you end up on this council? And why not, huh? I'm your man when it comes to fetching the unfetchable, you know? So I figured I could show the lads in your army how it's done, and it never hurts to be close to those in charge of grub and new boots. Ursula, what are you doing on this council? You think I shouldn't have joined? Ursula looks away sheepishly. It's just, well, I spent a lot of time studying how armies work, both Crusader and Demonic. When I was spying, I think my advice might be useful, or at least I hope it will be. But if I'm a bother, I'll leave, of course. I'd like to hear your suggestions in more detail. Yes, Commander. Woljif, what are you suggesting? Finding under-the-counter trade goes about as well as smacking nettles with a stick. Swing all you like, even pave over it, it'll just grow through the stone. If soldiers are trading, it's because they gotta. So let them trade out in the open. We'll build them a market, we'll keep an eye on it, just make sure there's no tussle, and that the trade's more or less honest. We'll even be able to make a tidy sum out of it ourselves. The Queen has put you at the head of a disciplined army. Are you sure these kinds of liberties won't hurt that discipline and turn them into a mercenary gang? Ursula, what's your plan? The churches of many gods support the Crusaders' cause. They heal, bless, pray. If we ask them, maybe they'll ease us of shortages of provisions and gears. I'm sure that if we build some shrines, the priests won't refuse to help us. Priests are gonna help us. Give me a break. They're only generous with prayers and good wishes. Lan, what do you say? I say that hoping for handouts is pointless. Warriors must know how to provide for themselves, even in the middle of a wasteland. The surface is chock full of resources. We just need to teach the troops how to use them, and, well, how not to be too picky. But we're not alone. The Crusaders are supporters all over Galarian. It can't be that we have to fight the demons to save the world without being able to make meet and make the ends. I'm not sure how to say it properly. Derglinda, what are your thoughts? We need to keep pressuring Mendev, double or triple our efforts if we have to, until they finally get proper supply chains in running. Let the Queen come up with a new tax, or make the aristocrats pay up or go into debt. That's not our problem. Neurosian sent us here to win a war, so let's make sure that let's make them take care of our needs. Honestly, at this point, our soldiers don't even have a clean shirt to die in with some dignity if they fall. She found, although I'm familiar with those misers from the treasury, it's like getting blood from a stone. Mendev's already up to its neck in depths. You can't keep shaking him an empty mug, but you'll never get more than 3 drops. I'm still hoping for handouts. We need to face it already. We're on our own here, so we have to survive however we can. The purple moss that grows on rocks, pretty edible, I've checked. Okay, everything is clear. Interesting. So let's look at the choices. Material, my only one market. Oh, interesting. Rochelle asked priests for help. Energy points increase by 1. Finance points increased by 10. Land, increase material by 1. Material and, oh, okay, interesting. A warehouse increases by 500 if built next to an inn. Material points income if built next to a supply center. Oh. Okay, you know what? I think salvagers post makes sense, right? More materials, more energy. Yeah, sure, land. It's time for our fighters to learn how to provide for themselves. Get those damn salvagers posts, yeah. It's high time, I say. We'll assign it. Gathering team, sort the findings, and we'll be all right. Thank you for making the call, Commander. I'll report all further developments directly to you. If we run into anything else that requires your attention, I will immediately convene the council. Okay, let's do it. Oh, that's good. Everything sorted? Seems so. Oh yes, here's our new lady, undead lady, lawful evil human. Right. Okay. She has deadly aim, right? She's already like an archer kind of character. Yeah. Yeah, let's do improved precise shot because that ignores mischances. Sure. I mean, sounds good to me. Precise shot, improved precise shot. Nice. Go back to Slayer again. Now I can get 1 more in dexterity. Good. That's +5 in dexterity. Yeah, sure. So good. And then after that, I guess I'll pump strength. A weakening wound, that's interesting. When making a sneak attack against a creature that has damage reduction, the character's attack reduces the damage reduction for 2 rounds by an amount equal to the character's level. Oh, I think that's pretty good. A weakening wound, that's a lot, because there's a lot of enemies with damage reduction, so yeah, I think that's good. Sneak attack, I get more sneak attack, get weakening wound. Reduce of damage reduction, sure, that's good to me. Yeah, maybe I'll get an improved critical on my longbow. I think that makes sense. Improved critical longbow, yeah, sure. Improved critical, good. And I got Slayer's advance. Oh, get more movement. That does not attack opportunity. Oh, cool. Okay, well, after much deliberation, I think I'm gonna save Delamere for later because I just don't have enough stuff to give her to make her like a good archer. I think Lan is like really good, so I don't know. It's hard to replace Lan, you know, and do my classic, or I guess my new party with Staunton, and get to this place over here, the Desolate Hostel. And that's gonna take me 1 day and 15 hours, of course. Oh, the Keylessa thing's done. Nice. The elf Keylessa's last wish was that her friends in Keonan learned of her story. The commander is the only one who can recount every detail. A group of brave elven warriors of Keonan have arrived in Dresden to take their revenge on the demons for Keylessa's death. It was their dark intrigues that ruined her and pushed her into the embrace of the dark fate, but she still found the strength to fight against evil. One should not expect anything less from her comrades. And I got 50 marksmen. Nice. It's good to see. Royal Council's help. Sure, let's issue the damn decree. By those commanders' loyalty to the authorities, they are ready to prove this by sending Dresden a replenishment from the regular troops. Gets more conscripts. Oh, that's a lot of conscripts. Sure, why not? I'm working for the Giants. Oh yes, I did this. The Giants have been assigned to heavy labor. Hell yeah, I get more material points. Every bit counts, I think. Yes, every bit counts. Okay, we're here at the Desolate Hovel. This is where the mysterious energy is coming from, right? Where it's preventing me from becoming a lich, I think. Yeah, find the cause of the strange fearing in my spiritual bonds. Interesting. So hold on, where is it? So, right, find this. The commander felt a strange sensation while exploring the ruins. He must discover its source. Right, here we go. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it got teleported. Get out of the trap. There's a ghost here. Yikes. Oh, what the heck am I? Some laboratory?
I do what I must.
Before you is some kind of magical device that looks old and broken. A large, oddly shaped crystal is wedged tightly into a slot in the device. It's crystal. One of those Xanthir Vang crystals. The woman's body clings to the wall like she's trying to scratch her way out. Maybe that's the ghost. Alright, let's see what the ghost has to say. Where are you, brother? What made you enter that bloody rift? May Iomade have mercy on us. It killed us both. I was lucky to snap my neck and die at once, but you, how loud you screamed, brother. Okay, sure. Sure, let's go touch this crystal, alright? Touch the crystal.
Day 16.
Oh.
Abadius 4662.
It's Areelu.
Experiment transformation. Subject young male, half fiend. Objective to study the properties of hybrid souls.
Doing soul
Desired
magic.
result,
Interesting.
to see the same results that were previously achieved on full-fledged demons. Suture, bring me one more crystal. I believe I'm almost there.
Oh, there she is. Sure.
Good. Very good.
The dretch demon that appears before you is a pitiful specimen, even for his own ilk, which are distinguished by neither strength nor terrifying appearance. His peeling skin is covered in scars, and his hands are twisted in an odd angle and have a slight tremor, but he stretches his mouth in an approximation of a grin. Okay.
Have a look around.
Good voice acting.
Go ahead. Meet the locals. They're not the best housemates, but there's never a dull moment. You'll like it. Here with us is definitely the place for you.
Lawful, I belong to you. Don't dare think of us as equals, demon.
Why'd you have to go squaring up to me like that, eh? Maybe I was trying to say something nice to you. To build a, what you call it, a rapport with you.
Rapport, okay, he's trying to be nice to me, fine. I've seen you before. You were disguised as a halfling. You spoke to me in Canabras before Discari attacked.
How did you... Maybe I was disguised. Maybe I did speak to you. Fat lot of use that knowledge will do you. Do you think now I'll just bare my soul and reveal all my secrets and whatnot?
Okay,
You can think again.
Okay, who are you?
Me? Why do you want to know? They call me the Suture. I'm the custodian of this place. The big expert, you know?
Big
With
brain stretch.
what you call it, expertise. I know all there is to know about it. Things nobody else knows.
Interesting.
You know, you really don't look like a baddie. You're funny, but sad.
I feel like that's Ember's always, she's like, you know, you're kind of sad. That she's always says
I'm
that.
awful bad. Just too weak to do much about it. Do you think it's easy to do bad things in this mangy body? Maybe I could wage a genocide against the lab's rat population. A bloody one.
The demon snarls unconvincingly, showing off his crooked teeth, which makes Ember giggle. What is this place, demon?
What? You mean you don't know?
I don't know, it's correct.
It's my lady Areelu's.
Yes,
Her
I
old
figured that.
laboratory.
Or old laboratory.
She used to live here back when she was still mortal. Before those Sarkorian dogs came and took her and tossed her into the threshold. But they only found the house. They never got into the lab. My lady came back here after, when the Abyss had already bitten off a chunk of your world, and Sarkoris had become the Worldwound.
Yep.
But she never liked this place, and she abandoned it many years ago, along with everyone in this place too. You can enter here, but leaving is impossible. Impossible.
What?
That's why all the people abandoned here got out of their cages and started living as best they could. You'll see.
Interesting.
That's if you can get through. The lady placed barriers here that only let demons through.
Demons through.
They don't keep me out, but you're gonna have trouble trying to break through. I heard there's a knack to it though, so keep trying.
A knack to
Look,
it.
ugly mug, here's the deal, okay? The lady of the house ain't been home in a long time. Nobody knows when she'll be back. Fancy showing me where she keeps her trinkets? Her favorite necklace, that sort of thing? I'll give you a cut, of course.
She does have a fancy necklace, doesn't she?
Favorite necklace? If she had one, it'd probably be made from the ears of young tieflings like yourself. Nope, I won't help you. Rob the place to your heart's content. Rummage in all the cupboards, open all the chests, and I'll have a good laugh at your expense and eat what's left of you for my supper. If there is anything left, that is.
Why did you start talking to me?
Out of boredom.
Oh,
I've
he's
been
stuck here as
in
well.
here
I
a
see,
long
okay.
time.
That makes a little
We don't
sense, yeah.
see new faces very often, but it does happen. People come across this place by accident, wriggle inside, and then can't get out again. And isn't it a good thing I learned to speak your language? You won't find a dretch as educated as the old Suture here.
Wait, but I thought you said you could leave because you're a demon, no? Can you talk to me about how to get out of here by any chance?
Maybe I'll tell you. What harm will it do? But first, go and take a look around. The answer's not as simple as you might think.
Oh, don't tell me it's a damn puzzle. I don't talk to demons. You better hope I don't reach you.
You'll have to do it first.
Dretch
I'll even
says
give you a
spectrum friends
clue.
here.
I'll be in the most protected and hard-to-reach room in the whole laboratory. Come, I'll be waiting.
I feel like his accent kind of shifted at the end there, but okay. Okay. Oh god. Oh no. Puzzle time, huh? Touch the crystal. Oh wait, that's the same thing.
Day 16.
Never mind.
Abadius 4662.
Projector. Can't climb up those 10 stairs? Okay, fine.
We do it my way.
The ghost here. Iomdate. Oh, the trap there. Okay. Iomdate, hear my prayer, avenge my brother and me. My brother who died without glory, and me who was trapped here to bleed for 3 days straight like a crutched cur. Thrice be cursed, the one who engineered this wicked trap. Vessel resembling an outlandish jug seems to have been hewn from a huge block of solid crystal, veins of bright purple running through the crystal pulse with life. A crimson droplet falls on it, triggering a vibration deep inside. You look down and see a scarlet stain blossoming on your chest. Your wound has reopened in the blink of an eye. You sense the powerful magical aura of the vessel. What's more, something that is hard to explain is literally drawing you towards it. Alright, examine the vessel. Failed. Auras of several schools of magic, from necromancy to transmutation, surround the vessel. However, it is impossible to discern its purpose. Of course, thank you, thank you. Alright, take the vessel. This is what I came here for. I'm the Lich. After touching the vessel, you see a flash of keen triumph and rightness of what has occurred, but the feeling leaves you as quickly as it comes. Your power envelops the vessel, protecting it and preventing it from harming you. If by chance it is armed with protective charms, it will reach Zacharias in one piece. Nice. Beautiful. Gotcha. Got the thing that I came here for. The fight for Canopus marked the beginning of the 5th Crusade. The next objective is Dresden. Once the capital of the Crusader movement and now a demon citadel, who will win? It is an equation with an infinite number of unknowns. The finest military minds failed to bring an end to this war, but a new leader now stands in command, one different from all the others, and perhaps this new variable produce a different result. Okay, interesting. So Areelu, I guess, kind of plotted for this all to happen, is basically what I'm getting from all these notes. Well, let's see what I have to do in Areelu's laboratory. Hey, old Crusader, how you doing? Behind the barrier frozen what seems like a weakly glowing liquid or a magical glimmer is a woman with long silvery hair. At her back you can see a single white wing and some kind of dark broken shadow. Haggard figures huddle around the woman. A dwarf in ragged robes scarcely notice you. He sits on the floor running his fingers over the leaves of the plant he is growing between the slabs, like one would normally stroke a beloved cat or dog. Next to him is the unmoving figure of an elf, who is covered in scars and doesn't take his eyes off of you. Old Crusader, the third member of the group, is an old man with a long straggly beard who is dressed in old armor. He turns quickly to face you, brandishing a rusty sword. Who are you? Another conniving wretch who serves the traitor? Don't come any closer. Okay. Calm down. I'm the commander of the Crusaders from Dresden, and I mean you no harm. Yes. A commander from Dresden? Can it be true? Have they come for us at last? The old man seems stunned. It is more likely that it is yet another unfortunate who has fallen into the trap. The elf smiles gloomily. Hello, I suppose, commander from Dresden. Who are you? We're the only survivors. The only ones apart from the monsters and demons, I mean. The old fellow was a crusader. He ended up here accidentally around 20 years ago. He camped out in the ruins of the house, found the magic door and came through it, but of course he couldn't get out again. I'm one of the last to have been brought here by Areelu herself. She literally dragged me out of the demon's jaws, and I don't even know what she wanted for me for. She kept me in a magical sleep most of the time, but then she lost interest in the laboratory. An exhausted elf and the druid, the one making friends. That one making friends with the plants and the roots, he's been here since the very beginning. I think he's from Sarkoris, but he's half mad and he wasn't talking even before, even back when I first met him. So we don't know what his name or any other details about him. He grows food for us and he doesn't talk. He's the best neighbor you could hope for. The elf chuckles bitterly. Areelu left you people alive down here. She just abandoned the place. That's right, she opened the cages but sealed the way out from the outside. What else were you expecting from the architect of Worldwound? Compassion and mercy? Sometimes I think that leaving us here, which is another one of her experiments, and we're just rats in a maze. So you've tried to get out of here countless times, but by whatever means we could think of, but nothing worked. Maybe if we had powerful cleric or spellcaster among us, then again, seems unlikely. If Areelu imprisoned an actual angel down here so easily, doesn't it? The elf nods towards the unmoving winged woman. We can't even explore the whole laboratory. Some of the passages are blocked by barriers that only let demons through. How have you survived all this time? With difficulty. There were more of us before, subjects of Areelu's experiments, mortals and demons and other abominations. When she left and we were all freed, it was chaos. The demons killed everyone they could and they turned on each other. The mortals who survived set up a base here. The druid grew food for us, and the others kept the demons at bay and tried to find the way out. New arrivals would appear rarely, unlucky travelers or reckless adventurers who ended up here by accident. As you can see, we're the only ones who survived. I pointed the angel. What's wrong with her? We found her like this, and we couldn't break past through the barrier. She must be sleeping or at least immobilized. We call her the Protectress. A priest from Brevoy came up with the name. He used to be one of our brotherhood here until the demons got him around 7 years back. We call her the Protectress because the angel's aura, even caged, protect us from the demons. This place is crawling with them. Why we tried not to stray too far from her. She is all that's keeping us alive now. Can you tell me anything useful about this place? It might just be wishful thinking, but I guess that there is some way to get through those barriers blocking us. We tested them so many times, they only allow full-blooded demons to pass through them. Except the barriers were here long before Areelu abandoned the lab, which means that she was able to walk through them somehow. Maybe she had a key that we can look for? Who knows? There's one more thing. I've heard the demons, the sentient ones, mention something called the Lexicon of Paradox. I don't know what it is, but they talked about it like it was an artifact of some kind, a relic. In other words, it's something valuable, so it's possible that I could help us get out of here, but I don't have the slightest idea what it is or where to look for it. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and do nothing. There's gotta be a way out of this place. Interesting. The commander and his army walk up the high bank of the West Ellen River, where it draws near the border of the Worldwound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends. The shade of mercury on the horizon rising to dirty dust. As it arches above the soldier's head, it regains its familiar azure hue. Okay, so they knew my movements early on in the crusade as well. Part of the laboratory. The fog enveloping you seems at once as thick as soup, as yet almost transparent. Strange silhouettes emerge in the fog. You blink and you see someone time before you blink again and there's no one there. Voices can be heard in the fog, young and old, men and women, loud and barely audible. They say disconnected phrases, but not in unison. One voice may start a word and another finishes it. Closer, closer, closer this way. With us you won't be alone. Why aren't you coming? Why can't we see you? Who are you? Who are you? Begone illusion. Power roils with you, bursting free, piercing through the eerie fog and hurtling forward to the source of it and slams into it. You hear the howl of many voices, then the fog dissipates and the voice subside. Interesting. Cool, cool, cool. Closer, closer. Oh no, my partners are all gone. Only Staunton Vein remains. Okay. Negative energy for herself. Heal myself. Yeah. Me and Staunton Vein against the world. Alright, fine. Alright, me and Staunton. Wow, my skeletal executioner is gone as well. That's unfortunate.
We do it my way.
Maybe I should have picked Delamere. Yeah? Hold on, the skeleton actually. Yeah, it's just this. It's missing. Okay, keep going. Speed up. There we go. Something's there. Predictable. Oh, it's Regal. Regal gives you stiffen off. Commander, what happened to you? To me, nothing. I assume an attempt was made to invade my mind, to extract some secret urges, passions. Thankfully, like any good officer, I possess none of those things. Ready to move on? Ready, and then some. I insist that we move on without delay. We must find whatever it is that is trying to influence us. Okay, well, my friends are all here then. I can't say the same of my skeletal executioner. This way with me, you won't be alone. Okay. Court set for Pearl Bay. Heave anchor. Raise the sails. Oh, it's Woljif. If you want to eat your dinner under palm trees on solid ground, we better get a move on, lads. Oh, yeah, oh, it's Captain Lan. Oh, okay, never mind, it's Lan. Okay, sure. The illusion vanishes. Lan shakes his head in amazement, then with a mixture of shame and irritation, he bursts out, What the hell was that? Where'd it come from? Why? What was that? Lan frowns and drops his head and murmurs, My mom told me all kinds of stories when I was a kid about pirates and the like. One time, all three of us even played pirates together. Me, my mom, my dad. I was the captain. Stupid, I know. Truth is, I've never even seen the sea. The place is foul, and the visions in it are foul too. Ready to move on? You bet I am. Interesting. Okay, so I guess Santan Vane is undead. Maybe that's why I don't have his visions. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. What a pretty doll. Can I play with you? Sure, Ember. I have a doll house too. Want to see? Yeah, you have a cookie my mom made. Will you come with us tomorrow? I'll bring ribbons and we can put them up in our dolly's hair. Oh, the illusion dissipates and Ember opens her eyes, looks dazed. Where'd they all go? Oh, they weren't real. That was a good dream. But it wasn't true. I think it was demon magic. I don't know why they showed me that. To make me sad? Demons are strange. Are you ready to move on? Yes, well, let's go. I have much to do. Yes. Am I still fatigued here? I am still fatigued. Okay. We're so sorry we selected you. Come back to us, Woljif. We're nothing without you. You're the best of us all. Forgive us, please. Oh, it's Sister Kursme. Forgive me, my boy. You are my only grandchild. I should have loved you. Because of my mistakes, you became an orphan. You went hungry and cold. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought you were a lowly thief, but I was so wrong. Forgive me, Your Majesty. Forgive me for not recognizing you as a king immediately. Allow me to serve you ever as a washerwoman, even as a washerwoman. Forgive an old fool for all the harm I did to the tieflings. Woe is me. Punish me as you see fit, but please forgive me. I, the one worthy, humbly beg your forgiveness, Your Majesty. Life has been hard for the tieflings, my land, but it is my own fault. But I beg you, don't kill me. Here, take my crown instead. Louder, louder, again, make me believe it. Try harder, or else I'll have you tossed on your ear. Okay. Woljif is still standing in the middle of the room, and his eyes closed. Louder, louder, with more feeling. Bow before your king. And now, old Gallifrey, it's your turn. And that crown over here. Hey, why is everyone so quiet? He opened his eyes. Oh, Chief, are you going to give me a groveling apology too? I mean, did I fall asleep or something? What was that? I don't know, but I liked it. And I was a king, sitting in a throne, and everybody loved me. And my enemies were groveling on their knees, and there were mountains of food. And I was just thinking about getting a couple of peacocks to roam around the gardens when you showed up. Woljif sighs heavily. Ready to go? Can I take another quick look? How do I start this thing up again? Alright, alright. Don't look at me like that. If you're such a hurry, let's go. Interesting. Here we are. Enemies in my home, I won't let you pass in the threshold. My queen, I shall save you from this beast. The prey has fallen right into my lap. If I kill you, my name will be on everyone's lips.
Can you retreat already?
Ah, interesting. Alright. Beneath the top of the quivering red mass, you can make out the features of various demons. An eyeless Lilitu opens its mouth in a silent scream. A Panajai wriggles its multi-jointed limbs, broken tails and wings trembling. All of it is connected, fused into a single whole, and this whole twitches convulsively. As you approach, you hear voices, the same ones that call to you in the fog. I wane, I dwindle, I gasp for breath. What are you? Now nothing. You killed, ruined, but you? What are you? The voices are unleashed in a drawn-out shriek like a death cry. Time to destroy the grotesque creature. Now you can be at peace. See ya. The voices in your head subside. The unpleasant sensation of an alien presence also disappears. Okay. They're the thing creating the illusion. Alright. Good to know. This medley of flesh and limbs of various demons seem like a single organism, the result of some monstrous experiment. Yes, yes. Alright. Oh, I can touch the crystal again.
Day 4. Frost.
More voice subject. Voice acting. So beautiful.
Experiment. Wounded demons. Subject, a Lilitu and several lesser demons maimed in battle with crusaders. The fusing of body parts of different life forms has been done many times before, and is of no interest to me. The focus of this experiment is the fusing of souls. Desired result, to preserve the specific abilities of the donor subjects in the final fused entity. The idea is promising, and may influence my other research.
Interesting. But this thing still Is it... Okay, can I move through it? Okay, I can open the door. Oh no, stupid Suture. He forgot. He clean forgot. We have abyss barriers in this place. Demons can cross them, but others can't. Clever. But you can get through if you tap the key. Here, take it. Oh, they're just gonna give it to me? Did he give it to me? I guess he gave it to me. Okay, fine.
Follow if you dare.
Sure, thanks, man. The lock has been battered by someone desperate effort to open it, but the door is now sealed shut. Ooh, Lexicon of Paradox, Part 1. What is this? A ripped book lies in the center of the room. Beneath the title, in large letters, Lexicon of Paradox, are lines of text written in hasty, bold script. A shimmering purple haze rises from the pages. You are about to step over the threshold when the haze glows brighter. The power within you responds, recoiling in agitation, but you feel no sense of danger. Rather, it's as though you are experiencing a chemical reaction to an unknown phenomenon. Take the book. Alright, hold it. Look around. Let's look around first. Yeah, okay, there's Suture. You're distracted by a rustling sound with a heavy thud of ungainly footsteps. The dretch looks decidedly pitiful up close. Without the crude stitching that crisscrosses his skin, it seems his body would simply fall to pieces.
So you made it to our treasure trove. Why not take a treasure for yourself? This is knowledge and power.
Power's good.
Right now it's nothing, but it will become what you want it to be.
Oh, but I want it to be. The demon's voice is laden with strange yearning. He looks at the purple shimmer and can't take his eyes off it for several seconds. Alright, evil, take the book. The secrets of demon worshippers will serve my greatness. Ha ha ha. Yes, my greatness. Whee! Did I get more mythic powers that? Your fingers barely graze the book when the purple glow flares brightly and a series of inscriptions, diagrams, and sketches flash by, imprinting themselves in your memory as if you've always known them. Power fills you, just as wrathful and overwhelming as in the battle for the Wardstone or the moment you acquire the Sword of Valor. No. That's nice. So I have more mythic powers? Oh, okay, I have another flashback.
Discari is here. Discari himself.
Yep.
Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone.
Yeah, she got
What
one-shotted.
you gonna do? Fight or flee? If fleeing's your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
The halfling's armor is splashed with blood, and he has arms of teeth with a sword, a blade, and a hatchet at his belt, and a crossbow on his back. His voice sounds familiar to you. Here to lend me a weapon. I'll try to fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this.
The halfling holds out his
This
crossbow.
I've got. The person who made it said it can pierce the hide of a demon lord even.
Nice.
Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
I'll try not to. Good thing there's a memory of the past. Pew. Shoot is scary.
Yes, very good. A dose of bravery or a fit of honor. It could be nothing else. Or perhaps his instincts are hinting.
Milady, this creature is about to die. Shouldn't you?
Nope. I'm okay, guys.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've done as she asked. Now I can return to my lady.
The Suture looks at you with a strange expression. Envy, sorrow, yearning, understanding? You can't be sure. Alright. Why did Areelu need someone to shoot Discari back in Canabras?
She needed to spill his blood.
Oh.
The blood of a demon lord is a powerful thing and very useful, you see. It's a priceless reagent. You can make so many things out of it. A wondrous blade, for example, that can turn even a wardstone to dust.
Oh, she was the one who created the purple knife then. Don't move. You'll answer my questions, demons. Alright.
Go and ask them then. I don't have all day.
Yeah, he seems very cooperative. I see a book, but you're talking about some kind of power. What does that mean?
This book is an old notebook for recording experiments. The power is the result of one of those experiments. My lady decided to bind it to the pages for some reason. It's the ultimate convergence of theory and practice, savvy? She gave a lot to learn how to cultivate and strengthen souls, and this is the result.
This is the result,
My
eh?
advice is to burn that book, and that demon, and this whole laboratory, and then find Areelu and burn her.
So you're just gonna give this power to me?
As if one mutilated dretch could stop you.
That's true.
That's not it. My lady knew that sooner or later, someone would come for the book. She told me not to interfere, She doesn't tell me her reasons. She said to come here and wait to make sure that the gift finds its owner.
Oh, it's a gift.
That's what
Oh,
I've done.
nice.
She also told me not to hide from whoever comes, and so I haven't.
Oh, interesting. What experiments are mentioned in the book?
All of them. Rifts.
Mythic powers, yes.
Planar magic. Transformation. Hibernation. All them things that
Hibernation?
I obviously know a
What?
lot about. You've seen the lab, of course. I also know that the book contains everything about her work on the Worldwound. It's a pity. The book's looking worse for wear. Who knows what notes are still left inside?
But didn't I absorb the book or something? No? Tell me about Canabras and your transformation into a halfling. I want details.
You're a shrewd one, aren't you?
Yep.
Nothing gets past you, does it?
I have third person point of view.
Wants details, he says. I was disguised as a halfling, yes. Did I have to drag your body to the Crusaders? I did. Did I then have to slip you a weapon? I did. Do you think I'd have managed all that if I'd been gallivanting around Canabras in my own skin? As to the purpose of the whole performance, don't ask me. I know nothing. My lady don't bother sharing such details with me.
Interesting. Alright, I found everything I want to know.
That's good. That's good indeed. Knowledge leads to progress.
Knowledge is power. Alright, you can go, but let your mistress know that I will come for her sooner or later.
I'll tell her. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, that was a different impression but from the text and the way he said it. Ah, yes, mythic powers. Yes, good, good, good. That's so nice. So now what do I do? I'm trying to say, yeah, I got him right. Get out of the trap, right? Okay. Place the secret gray sorcery crystal in the socket.
Well, well. It seems that someone has been meddling with my projector without permission. Again.
Me.
How many times have I told you not to do that, I made this recording for the sole purpose of telling you that when I return, I shall be very, very angry.
This is Areelu when she's human, I guess. Interesting. Huh. Let's experiment the suture.
Day 20, Farast 4606. Experiment, the suture. Subject, former Arachne subjected to extreme exposure when passing through the Worldwound. As a result of this exposure, the demon was reborn as a dretch, a unique event in demonology. The reborn demon also acquired serious malformations, which did not respond to standard treatment methods. Objective: to assess the threat to other demons to stabilize passage through the Worldwound. The survival of the subject is also desirable for the purposes of further observation.
Okay. Interesting. He was a Darakini and then he got reborn. Interesting. The big insect guys. Experiment transformation crystal in the socket.
Day 28, Calastril 4606. Experiment, transformation. Subject, Areelu Vorlesh. Human female with a clear affinity for arcane magic. Objective, to fuse a mortal soul with the essence of the abyss.
Okay.
Predicted result, the formation of a full-fledged half-demon on the basis of a mortal being. Potential risks, unknown.
She subjected herself to transformation.
The death of the subject
Nice.
is extremely likely. I will continue to monitor the experiment for as long as I can.
Okay. That's how she transformed then. Interesting. So that's kind of different from what the Crusaders have told me, where she transformed thanks to the gifts of the demon gods, but it seems like she had to do it to herself. I don't know. Well, I might as well level up my mythic path. I'm a lich. More lich powers. Let's go. Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, sure. Mythic spell focus necromancy. Bonus to save DC increased by spell focus, increase spell focus, but that school increases by 1. Sure, why not? Spell focus mythic. I think that makes a lot of sense for me. I have a lot of necromancy spells. Yep. Sounds good. Oh, I'll get a skeleton upgrade actually. Yeah, no, let's get a skeletal cleric 1. I think that might be good. Because I don't really have a full cleric, right? So having a skeleton cleric mixed with Staunton Vein. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense for me. Yeah, skeletal cleric. Let's do that. Okay, get more spells for me. True strike, sure, get true strike. Expeditious retreat. Protection from alignment. Oh, sure, protection from alignment, sure, why not? That makes sense against demons. And Cat's Grace for some dexterity buffs. I feel like +4 dexterity is good. What else? I can get standard heroism. I get rage, which is interesting. Yeah, I guess we can get heroism. If I'm gonna replace Ember eventually, maybe I should just get heroism. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, that's good. Heroism. Protection from energy, communal. Hopefully I remember to use this eventually one of these days. Yeah, sure, protection from energy, let's do it. Communal, why not? Creatures immune to poison aren't affected by the spell. Oh, that's pretty good for my undead, right? I imagine. Oh, angelic aspect is also pretty interesting. Or count cloud of kill, maybe. I guess this might be good for a necromancer, sure. Sounds good to me. Why not? I get level 6 spell as well. Yeah, maybe Banshee Blast. I don't know. Sure. Sure, Banshee Blast, the cone attack. Yeah. I already have... do I not have circled? Yeah, sure, Banshee Blast. Why not? Let's do it. That's interesting at the very least. Yep. True Strike, protection from alignment, Cat's Grace, heroism, protection from energy, cloud kill, Banshee Blast. There we go. Let's look at Command Undead, Lord Beyond the Grave. And use Command Undead at will under your command within 30 feet of you. Gain a bonus to strength and dexterity and charisma equal to half my mythic rank. Nice. That's nice. Guilded Cleric as well. Staunton Vein, let's go. More mythic power as well. We go weapon focus mythic or specialization. Double the bonuses. You know what? Let's do this for glaive. Weapon focus mythic, so it's just simple. Something that I can understand. Get better attack rolls for good old Staunton. Sure. Good mythic powers. Regal, maybe flawless attack because he has a lot of iterative attacks. So yeah, -4 penalty instead of -5 penalty. Sure. Yeah, that's good for me. Lan, good old Lan. Yeah, let's just get weapon focus mythic for my longbow. I think that's good too. Weapon focus mythic. Nice. Now good old Ember. Maybe get enduring spells on Ember because she has a lot of buffs. Sure. I don't know. Maybe do that. Enduring spells on Ember. Sure. Why not? That's good. And Woljif. Good old Woljif. I think Woljif 2-weapon fighting also makes sense. 2 weapons are reduced by 2. Penalties on attack rolls. Yeah, sure. 2-weapon fighting. I already have that. Yeah, 2-weapon fighting mythic. The penalties on attack rolls of fighting with 2 weapons are reduced by 2. Sure. Good. Good to go. Nice. All my mythics are done. Okay, so we keep going now. We're mythic powered up. Look at this. It's an old mongrel over here. How you doing? How you doing? You look at the figure dressed in rags, and after some difficulty, you recognize that it is an old mongrel. The few exposed areas of skin are covered in horrific burns. Grotesque, twitching appendages that look like a cross between tentacles and umbilical cords are latched onto him. The mongrel gives a quiet groan. Who's there? It's been so long since I heard another living voice. We're on your side. Don't be afraid, old man. We're not going to hurt you. Who are you? I've been here so long I don't remember my own name. I lived in the caves beneath Canabras, but I was drawn to the surface. So one day my friends and I decided to venture up there. I was the only one who made it all the way, but when I emerged, I was met by a pack of inquisitors. They thought I was a demon. Burn the demon. Death's the demon's fire. All I can remember is fire. The color drains from Ember's face and her eyes glaze over. Her lips seem to move of their own accord, whispering burn. Fire. All I can remember is fire. If you were put to death by inquisitors and not by a baying mob, they would have had to read out the charges. I'd be interested to hear what they were. My face is my crime. I did not have to commit any atrocities to be thrown on the fire. I see. Okay. Did Areelu do this to you? Areelu? Yes, I remember her. She took me from the pyre, what was left of me. She brought me here. She treated my wounds. She took my blood for her experiments on mutations, but she went away, and I have not seen her here in a long time. Lan, do you know him? Lan looks mournfully at his fellow mongrel. No, he's clearly well over 40 years old. I've only seen 3 or 4 mongrels as old as this before. I fear he's beyond helping, Mickey Mouse. He might not survive if we free him. Oh. The old mongrel tries to speak, his voice a low whisper. Better to die free, lad. Very well. Sure, it's time to end you. Gotcha. That's what you wanted, right? No? Is that what you wanted? No? Okay, I think I can remove this barrier, but before I do that... Alright. Oh, maybe time to free this angel or kill her or something and see what happens. The barrier appears to have been created from the essence of the abyss and reinforced with spells repelling any living creature not of this dark plane. Yeah. Destroy the barrier. see a beautiful silver-haired woman whose face displays unusual heavenly tranquility. Now you can get a good look at her wings. One looks strong and is covered in white feathers, just as you would expect of an angel. With the other wing, it looks like a framework of mismatched bones with a grimy purple substance stretched across instead of webbing, and is covered in something akin to scabs or strange scales. Targona. The angel awakens and unexpectedly inclines her head in greeting. I do not know who you are, stranger, but thank you for freeing me. I am Targona, Blade Ivonde's heavenly host. My captivity, though I was ignorant of it, lasted so long. How did you end up here? I was brought here from the brink of death. I had been fighting the Baelor Darazand alongside a troop of crusaders when we were struck by the echo of Daskari, a demon of terrifying power and cunning and an old enemy of mine. All my comrades perished, and the two demons set upon me like predators savaging a bird. The echo ripped off my wing and left me to die among the bodies of those I failed to protect. And then she appeared, the architect of the Worldwound. The angel's gaze darkens. Sometimes I'm amazed by the vast power, terrifying or benevolent, that can reside in a mortal. However, Areelu is no longer mortal. She brought me here. She treated me as much as she could, or as much as she deemed necessary. I can hardly remember those first days in the laboratory. Pain, strange magic, purpled flames flicking around me. Areelu spent hours casting spells over me. I was chained the whole time, though I was too weak to fight or flee. There was nothing else for me to do but to talk to her and to try to glimpse inside that black soul. I don't know what I hope to find in there, perhaps the smallest glimmer of light. Hope that all this could be remedied. All I saw was twilight, a veil of arrogance and secrets that I really used to keep her separate from the world. Her thoughts were occupied by some grand experiment. I was a little interested by comparison. When she had finished her work, she put me in a deep sleep, a healing sleep, she said. It was necessary to allow my new abominable wing to settle in. I have been in that sleep until now. What grand experiment was Areelu planning when she captured you? It's me, right? She wanted to perfect her accursed wound. Oh, okay, never mind. The second opening, as she called it. The rift was to be larger and more stable, opening a road to Galarian from new abyssal realms. What shocked me was that she talked about the disastrous consequences of her plans with total equanimity, as though they were minor details that were but a distraction from the experiment itself. I also know that her experiment required a mortal soul, perhaps as a sacrifice in some dark rite that would siphon the mortal's life force and use it for perverse ends. I heard, or rather pieced together from what I overheard, that the soul belonged to a child. Areelu, like many demons and demonic spellcasters, has the ability to wrest souls from their bodies and contain them in special vessels. The vessel containing that soul was delivered to the laboratory soon after I was brought here. Areelu was unusually distressed that day. She talked to me more than usual. That's when I learned the details of her plan. I was aghast when I realized that she was discussing the soul of a child, a soul which she likely wished to sacrifice. I cannot describe the horror I felt. So what's wrong with your wing? It is the work of Areelu. The wing is fully functional. Its creator isn't known as the architect for nothing, but it frightens me. There is more of the abyss in this wing than the eyes of an enraged Baelor. If I were you or your commander, Angel, I would immediately order that the demonic wing be amputated. It is corruption that has been placed inside you. The consequence of that will be inescapable. You may be right, Knight, and my superiors in heaven may make the same decision. Finian, the talking weapon. Finian's voice trembles. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry this happened to her. It's terrible. She should never have been. No living creature should ever be treated like that. Why don't you get out of here or summon the words of heaven to help you? Even the goddess cannot hear me within these walls. This place, it belongs to the abyss, not the material plane. I could not call for help, only pray for a miracle. Perhaps your arrival is the answer to that prayer. Can you tell me anything about this place? I only know a little. Areelu once let it slip that this refuge is where she wrote the Lexicon of Paradox, the book of dark magic containing the secret of the Worldwound's creation. That means this place is older than the wound itself. Areelu must have created it, at least a part of it, before her great atrocity. I was astonished at the strange way she seemed to speak to this laboratory. It was as if she despised this place, yet she tried not to show it. There was a moment when I wondered if this hatred was a sign of her contrition, but I was mistaken. Areelu Vorlesh is incapable of feeling contrite, even for a heartbeat. She is like a tempest, hurtling forward and sweeping aside everything in its path. Alright, I have to go. I need to find a way out of here. May the power of heaven go with you. If only I could help, but my strength has been drained. Okay, fine. Thought you could help me. Hey, old Crusader. My prayers have been answered. Yes, it has. Anyways, time to open a rift, I guess. Let's go. Get out of the trap. To the hut. Job of the hut. Hey, back here, lads. We're here. We're back. Ah, that's good to see it. Nice, I escaped from the inescapable. Good to see it. Very pleased with my new mythic powers. And got my skeleton cleric as my friend. So all is right in the world, actually, I think. Yeah, we're out. Wow, we're actually out.
Do what I must.
Ah, that's great. area exit. Nice. All right, well, that's gonna do it. That's Areelu's laboratory, actually. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys next time. But until then, goodbye for now.